Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. Or I don't know, that thing, that magic.
Man, I literally just recorded this whole video and then my mic decided not to record the voice, so I've got to do this all again. Alright, so welcome back to a new YouTube video. My name is Jack. I have just finished my first contract working for Royal Caribbean on Ovation of the Seas. So I'm currently on vacation for 2 months and then I am back on my next ship, which is going to be Harmony of the Seas. In today's video, I'm just going to be breaking down exactly how I learned to surf in 2 months. Just a full breakdown with clips of each stage, and hopefully I can teach you something if you're going on a cruise maybe, or you're going to use the flow rider somewhere, who knows. But let's get straight into it because there's a lot to learn. So this first video is me first time ever on the flow rider. This is the Boogie board where you lie down. It's not a surfboard, it's not a flow rider board, it's a bigger board. You can get up on your knees. In this video I'm just going left, right, back, forward, just getting used to the flow rider basically. This is my first time on it, so pretty cool. The next progression is you can start doing some, well, the first progression is getting onto your knees, but this is my first spin that I learned whilst lying down. So this is before I even got onto my knees. I brought my legs up at the back and then I use one hand and I just spun round. So this is my, all it takes is to do a spin, lift the legs up, put the legs back down and use one hand and spin around. You want to get right to the front of the board and you want to spin towards the back of the wave. So that's a lying down boogie board spin. We have, what do we have next? Let's do a onto your knees spin. Get up onto your knees. You're just going to use your hands on the side of the board, elbows on the board, and you're just going to bring your knees up. You want to keep your elbows on the board as you bring your knees up. So you don't want to look out. You want to keep your elbows on the board, bring your knees up, and then to do a spin, you want to go to the back of the wave, use one hand and just spin around. Bring your body up and then sit back down as you get straight. Yeah, you can put both your hands in the wave and you'll go to the back, and that's how you want to do that. So here's a clip of me spinning. It's pretty cool. I was getting it down for the first time. I was pretty happy with myself. The next thing you can do is sitting down. So here's a clip of me getting into a seated position, hands in, go to the back and then spinning. And that's what it looks like, just getting it down, trying it out for the first few times here. So that's me sitting down and spinning. All right, let's get to my stories, my highlights on Instagram. I've got a surfing highlight saved of me progressing over time. So let's go to the stand-up, the bit you have come here for. So this is a clip of me trying stand-up for the first time. So how it works is you have 2 instructors, one holding the rope and then one protecting your rear in case you go back and hit your head. So that's how typically the positions are. So to get onto the wave, you're going to have your hands on the side, you're going to hop back into the wave. This is assuming you're going to be standard riding instead of goofy, so regular. So this is going to be your foot, your right foot on the back. So I'm going to look a bit like this instead of this, right foot on the back. Keep your right foot down as you're on the wave. You know, keep your eyes forward, or you can look to the left. Just keep your weight on the back foot, and you're just going to hop in. That's essentially how you get into the wave. So yeah, in this clip, I am just holding the rope, getting used to being in this position, weight on my back foot, and all I'm doing is practicing going forwards and back. So as it looks, I'm going left and right, but yeah, I'm going forward and back for me. So to go forward, you're going to put your weight on your toes, so like this. If you want to go back, you're going to put your weight on your heels, and then you'll go backwards. So I'm just getting used to going forward and back here. And let's get into the next clip. So yeah, in this clip, I'm now probably about a month in. I'm now starting to get used to without the rope, and I'm just going to the right to the back of the flow rider and just going around. That's all I'm doing in this clip. So yeah, just moving around the wave, getting used to moving forward and back. And then this is me now starting to turn the board. So when we turn the board, we just want to kick out our back foot to each side, kicking out, and we move left and right. Instead of going forward and back, we're now kicking out our back foot. And that's how we're moving left and right here. But look here, a lot different to how I was at the start. I'm now using my arms and my feet to move left and right. It probably took me about a month to get that down. Wasn't doing it every day. And then this is a clip of me and my colleague. We're just on the flow rider together. So yeah, you can do multiple people at once. Typically, you just want to be hopping over that bit behind them where there's no wave. And yeah, this is still me trying to get used to moving quickly. So this taught me to move fast. And then yeah, me stacking it, trying to do it too fast, lose control, trying to get control back, and then just wiping out completely. And then this is me trying to load from the top from the first time, completely wiping out. Let's watch that again. Completely going. So let me pause that. So to load from the top, you're going to have your hands on the side. You're going to position your board towards the corner. So say at the top right, you want to position it towards the left bottom corner. And you're just going to hop in as you were before. Keep your weight on the back foot, not too much. And you're just going to turn the board to slow yourself down. That's essentially all you're doing there. There's a clip of me getting used to moving more on the wave, starting to turn and kick a bit more. I'm a lot quicker now. And then get my Meta glasses on. I'm just showing what the flow ride is like with the glasses on. And then yeah, this is me progressing with loading from the top. I touch the bottom, and then I get back up to the top, which is completely fine. And then I just start to carve again. And there's my carving. Still look a bit weird. Still trying to get the hang of it. This is probably about a month and a bit in. Got my metas on again. Doing some spins with the glasses on. And then the next thing you can do is start doing some tricks. So this is probably about a month and a half in. The first one is a show pony, where basically say I'm doing it with riding standard, normal. I'm going to have my left hand at the front of the board, my right hand in the wave, and my left leg in the wave as well. And it's called a show pony, and it looks like this. So you're basically riding with one foot and one hand, and then you get back onto the board. So that's a show pony. And then the next thing I'm trying to learn is doing some 360s. So this is me completely failing with doing a 360. I go off to the side. This is about maintaining your weight, back foot as you turn onto the goofy side. Keep your left foot weight down and just relax. So yeah, this is me doing those 360s and completely failing. And any second now, wiping out. Off to the side, there I go. Still trying to get the 360s down, but I can't do it. Then I decided to try and do it with my hand. And here's me trying to do it with my hand. Looks a lot cooler, but it's a lot harder. So I'll stop doing that. And then eventually, so I've got the front and back stools here first. So for the front stools, you're going to be facing the front of the flow rider, and you're going to keep your weight on the back of your heels, and it's like a squatting position. So you pretty much squat. That's how it feels, facing the front of the flow rider. And then for back stools, you're going to be facing the back of the flow rider, and you're going to keep your weight more, let's say, more on your, did I say back or front? I don't even remember what I said, but you get it the more you do it, the more you learn how much weight you're going to have on your front, on your toes, or on your heels. Typically, you're going to have more weight on your heels when you're doing the back stools, and then you can move the board side to side a bit, using more weight on the left or more weight on the right. And then the spinal clip is me doing a 360. Finally got it down. Doesn't look perfect. Took me about 2 months. Yeah, that is everything I learned in 2 months of being on a cruise ship on the flow rider. So yeah, 360s down, keeping the weight as I turn, keeping the weight on the back foot, so just alternating that weight. And then one more thing that I learned that I don't have a clip of is loading from the opposite side. So it's going to be the same. You're just going to be on the goofy side, so your weight is going to be on the back foot. Instead of like this, you're like this. Weight's on your goofy side, your left foot, and you're just going to hop in. To load from the goofy side with your normal, your standard, you're going to have your 1 foot on the board, and you're just going to hop in. So you're facing the wave, and then you just hop in, jump onto the board. So yeah, that's everything I learned in my first cruise contract. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit more about what it's like to surf on a cruise ship. Yeah, as I said, my next contract is on Harmony of the Seas on the 12th of May. I join. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, if you like the video, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.